All right, so we're going to start this unit by looking at what factors are. Now, factors are things, are terms, usually numbers, but we can include letters, are terms that multiplied and give me a result. So when I ask you here for questions 1 and 2, list all the factors from smallest to largest, I'm looking at, for example, the factors of 50. I want to know what are all the numbers that multiplied, like which multiplications are going to give me the result of 50. So the way I'm going to do this, is that I'm going to create a list, but on my left, I'm going to think on my left, I'm going to create a list starting at 1. I'm going to go 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as far as I need to go. So my list on the left is going to start at 1 and it's going to increase by 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to stop as soon as one of my numbers, it is already on my list. You guys are going to see in a minute what I mean with that. So as a matter of fact, let me use the left side here. So first, I think, like I said, let me go 1, 2, 3. I could go more than that. So first I ask, can I multiply 1 times something equals 50? And then we're going to say, yeah, 1 times 50, right? 1 times 50 is equal to 50. Okay. How about 2? Can I go 2 times something? And then we can go, yeah, 2 times 25, right? 2 times 25. Okay, so that's another product. Can I go 3 times something? Now, when we have to think about it, we're like, 3 times something. Can it give me 50? To double check, use division. Use division. Do it backwards. Go 50 divided by 3. Use a calculator if you need to. All right, I'm going to go 50 divided by 3. If I get a decimal, then no, I cannot do it. Right? 3 doesn't work. Now, if I don't get a decimal, then 3 is a factor. Now, in my calculator, when I go 50 divided by 3 and get a decimal. So I'm going to say, all right, well, 3 doesn't work. How about 4? Can I go 4 times something? And remember, I use division. I go 50 divided by 4. I use my calculator. I get a decimal. So nope, 4 doesn't work either. How about 5? Yeah, 5 times 10, right? 5 times 10 is equal to 50. How about 6? No, how about 7? Right, I'm thinking of my list. I go 6, it didn't work. How about 7? Nope, 7 doesn't work. How about 8? And then go 8 times something equals 50. Nope. How about 9? No. Then I go, how about 10? 10 does work. 10 does work, but I'm going to stop here on this one because 10 is already on my list. Once again, on my list on the left, I'm going to go, starting at 1, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way until a number it's already on my list. When I say it's already on my list, right, 10, I already have it here. So this 10 doesn't work. I found all the possible multiplications that give me 50, right? I'm not including decimals. I'm just finding out the whole numbers. I find out all the possible multiplications that are equal to 50. I said earlier, factors are terms, usually numbers, that multiplied will give me a product. We call a product, give me a result. Okay, so now here it says list all the factors from smallest to largest. So 1, 2, I'm gonna write all my numbers that were able to work. 1, 2, 5, 10, 25, and 50. Right, those are all the products that work. Now, one thing, when we type in our answer, the problem is going to be, how do I type this? First of all, notice how I have commas in between numbers, not after the last one. I have commas in between my numbers. And another thing I want to emphasize, I'm going to use blue for the emphasize, after the comma, make sure you type in a space. Okay? You are separating the numbers. So don't type them all together. Do a comma in between numbers and a space in between them. That's how the program is going to check it, okay? Let's take a look at question number 2. I want to find all the possible factors of 20. So I start with my number 1, and I said, remember my list, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, as far as I need to go. And I'm like, yeah, I can do 1 times 20. I can go 2 times 10. Again, I'm looking at all the possible multiplications that equal 20. 3, my list, 3 doesn't work, so I'm not even going to include it on my list. Then 4 times 5. Notice on the left, I didn't include 3, right? Because 3 didn't work. So I'm only going to write the numbers that do work. After 4 is 5, but I'm going to stop already because 5 is on my list. So my factors are going to be 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. Don't forget to type in a space after each comma. Okay, so those are all my factors of 20. Then I'm going to ask you, list all the common factors from smallest to largest. Okay, now I'm giving you 2 numbers. I could give you 3 numbers or 4 numbers, but I'm giving you guys a list of 2 numbers. And I'm asking, list all the common factors. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at the words common and factors. We already talked about what factors are. Okay, factors are numbers that multiplied will give me either 20 or 40. But now common factors, I want to know which common means it is a factor of 20 and it's a factor of 40. It's a factor of both. If I give you a list of 3 numbers, it's a factor of all 3. Common means it is a factor for all. So what I'm going to do, first of all, let me find the factors of 20. Okay, I want to find the factors of 20. I'm going to go, okay, 1 times 20, that works. 1 times 20. 2 times 10, that works. 3, 3 doesn't work. 4 times 5, and that's it. That's all. Those are all my factors of 20. Now let me find my factors of 40. 1 times 40, 2 times 20, 3. Remember my list, usually I go 3. 3 doesn't work. So let me erase it out. How about 4? Yeah, I could go 4 times 10. Remember, I'm looking at one multiplication give me 40. How about 5? Yeah, I can go 5 times 8. 6 and 7 don't work. But an 8 does work, but 8's already on my list. So if I was looking at the factors of 20, just the factors of 20 would be 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. If I'm looking at the factors of 40, my answer would be 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, 40. Now, my common factors, let me go in blue. Common factors are basically factors of both. And I'm going to list them from small to large. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. I'm looking at the factors that are factors of 20 and factors of 40. That's what common means. It's in both of them. Again, on my list, notice I put commas, and don't forget a space in between, a space after each comma. Okay, let's take a look at number 4. Let me find the factors of 22. So I'm going to say 1 times 22. Then 2. Is 2 a factor of 22? Yeah, I could go 2 times 11. How about 3? 3 times something equals 20. No, I can't find it. I even do division, right? I'm checking for 3. If 3 is a factor, I even use division. 22 divided by 3. I type it in my calculator, gives me a decimal, so 3 doesn't work. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they're not going to work. Okay, so my factors of 22 are going to be 1, 2, 11, and 22. That's it. Now let me find my factors of 44. It's going to be 1 times 44, 2 times 22. Does 3 work? Let me put my 3 right now. 3 times something equals 44. I even use my calculator to check 44 divided by 3 and gives me a decimal. So no, it doesn't work. How about 4? Yeah, I can go 4 times 11. How about 6? Nope, it doesn't work. How about 7, 8, 9, 10? Nope, that doesn't work. 11 works, but it's 11 on my list already, so I'm not going to do it. So now my answer will be common factors. A factor of 22 and a factor of 44. So I see 1, 2, 11, and 22. Okay, that's what I see, right? All right, let's take a look at the last 2 questions for today. Questions 5 and 6. Now, here I'm going to ask for the greatest common factor. Let me open up some space for me. Greatest common factor. What I mean with the greatest common factor is, okay, find the factors of each of these numbers. There's going to be common factors. Common factors, we just saw those in questions 3 and 4. Common factors could be more than one common factor, right? There could be multiple common factors. What I'm asking for the greatest common factor is from all the common factors, I just want to know which one's the biggest. Okay, so let's take a look. First, let me find out the factors of 48. Remember, the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to go 1 times 48. After 1 is 2. Can I go 2 times something? Yeah, I can go 2 times 24. Can I do 3? All right, 3 times something equals 48. Yeah, 3 times 16. How about 4? Notice on my list on the left, I'm increasing by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I go 4 times something? If you cannot think of the number, yeah, 4 times what equals 48? Use division. 48 divided by 4. If it gives you a decimal, it doesn't work. But in this case, 48 divided by 4 gives us 12. So that means that 4 times 12 equals 48. Okay, how about 5? Oh yeah, 5 doesn't work. How about 6? Yep, 6 times 8. How about 7? Yeah, 7 doesn't work. The next number is 8, but 8 is already on my list, so I'm going to stop. Then let me find my factors of 30. I'm going to go 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, and then 5 times 6. All right, those are all the factors of 30. Now let me find my factors of 36. I'm going to go 1 times 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12, 4 and 5 don't work. Then I have 6 times 6. If I'm writing a list of factors, I'm only going to write 6 ones, right? 6 works, so 6, but I stop here. So, okay, so I'm looking at which one's the biggest number that you see in all of them, right? First of all, common factor is in all of them. I could think of one. One is a common factor because it is in all of them. But can I think of something bigger than one? Because right now I'm looking for the greatest common factor. I'm like, yep, I see 6. Okay, 6 is in all of them. Can I see something bigger than 6? Is there anything bigger than 6? No, I don't see anything. So in this case, my answer would be 6. For greatest common factor, I'm asking for the biggest common factor. The name pretty much says it all. Greatest is the biggest. Common factor is that is a factor for all. All right, let's take a look at question number 6. Let me find my factors of 48 to begin with. So I'm going to go 1 times 48, 2 times 24, 3 times 16, 4 times 12. 5 doesn't work, but 6 times 8. As a reminder, my list on the left, I kept on increasing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 didn't work. So then I go to 6. I keep on increasing by ones. My factors of 36 are going to be 1 times 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12, and 4, that's, oh yeah, 4 times 9. 5 doesn't work, but 6 times 6. Did I include the 4 times 9? Oops, I forgot that one over here. Okay. Okay, so now 42. And I think of 42. Okay, so I'm going to go 1 times 42. 2 times 21. Does 3 work? Right, I even use my calculator if I need to. 42 divided by 3 gives me 14. All right, so that means that 3 times 14. How about 4? Does 4 work? I go 42 divided by 4. I get a decimal, so nope, it doesn't work. How about 5? No, it doesn't work. How about 6? Yeah, I get 6 times 7. After 6, my next number is 7, but it's already on my list. Okay, so common factors, remember, are basically numbers that are factors for all 3. That's a common factor. But the greatest common factor means the biggest. So let me find a common factor to begin with. I see 3. All right, that's a common factor. Can I find a bigger common factor? Yep, I see 6. All right, so far right now, 6. Do I see anything bigger? No, I don't. So in this case, 6. 6 is the greatest common factor.